Stop whatever you are doing right now, grab your ice water, and sit down, because Texas just became the absolute epicenter of the JiKook universe. And I am not exaggerating when I say the entire stadium was collective chaos. If you thought you were prepared for this tour's soundcheck moments, I need you to throw all of your expectations straight out the window. What went down on that stage in Texas during soundcheck wasn't just a cute, passing moment between Jimin and Jungkook. It was an unscripted, raw, completely chaotic, and deeply emotional display of care that has every single ARMY on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram losing their absolute minds right now. Welcome back to Jimin Verse, your home for all things Park Jimin and the incredible moments that make this fandom feel like family. If you are new here, hit that subscribe button right now because we are diving deep into the absolute sweetest, most high-energy moment of the year, and you definitely do not want to miss a single detail of what happened in Lone Star territory. Let us set the scene first, because context is everything when it comes to understanding why this specific moment exploded the way it did. Texas was scorching hot. We are talking high humidity, blazing sun, and thousands of fans lined up outside the stadium hours before gates opened, holding their banners, wearing their customized JiKook shirts, and hyping each other up. By the time soundcheck started, the energy inside that stadium was already electric. You could feel the bass vibrating through the floorboards, and the crowd in the VIP pit was practically buzzing with anticipation. When the boys finally stepped onto the stage for soundcheck, dressed down in their casual oversized hoodies, caps, and loose sweatpants, the noise level was deafening. There is always something so uniquely special about soundcheck energy, isn't there? It is relaxed, it is intimate, and because the formal performance rules are thrown out the window, we get to see their real personalities shine through without any script or heavy choreography holding them back. And from the moment Jungkook walked out holding his microphone, you could tell he was in full playful energy mode, hype as ever to be back in front of American fans. Now, as the music started up and the boys began warming up their vocals, the heat inside the stadium was clearly getting to everyone. Sound checks are intense because the performers are running through song passages, adjusting their ear monitors, and checking light positions while dealing with environmental factors. Jungkook was going all out, belting his high notes and jumping around the perimeter of the stage to interact with fans in the front row. But as the second track started playing, you could see Jungkook visibly struggling with the intense heat on stage. He was sweating, adjusting his in-ear monitors constantly, and at one point he paused mid-vocal run, coughing slightly and holding his chest like he caught a sudden burst of dry heat in his throat. That was the exact moment the stage turned into beautiful, total chaos. While the rest of the crew was focusing on the music cues, Jimin noticed instantly. Now, if you have been a fan of JiKook for any length of time, you know that Jimin has this uncanny, almost instinctual radar for when Jungkook is uncomfortable or needs a hand. He didn't even hesitate. Middle of the soundcheck song, right as the beat was dropping, Jimin dropped his own mic to his side, turned away from his designated stage spot, and sprinted straight across the giant main stage toward the tech desk near the back. The fans in the front row started gasping because nobody knew what was happening. For a second, people thought there was a technical glitch or that Jimin's mic had stopped working. But Jimin wasn't going to the tech booth for his gear. He grabbed a massive bottle of chilled water, pulled a fresh, cold cooling towel from the crew's ice bucket, and sprinted all the way back across the stage straight to Jungkook. What happened next is the exact moment that made the entire stadium scream so loud it practically shook the roof. Jimin didn't just hand Jungkook the water. He stepped right into Jungkook's personal space, gently reached up, and used the cool towel to wipe the sweat directly off Jungkook's forehead and neck with the softest, most attentive expression on his face. He completely ignored the performance, completely ignored the camera feeds on the big screens, and focused entirely on making sure Jungkook was okay. Jungkook was clearly caught off guard by the sudden sweetness. He lowered his mic, looked down at Jimin with that classic, shy bunny smile that we all know and love, and stood completely still while Jimin carefully draped the cooling towel around the back of his neck. Jimin then unscrewed the cap of the water bottle himself, handed it to Jungkook, and pat him softly on the shoulder, leaning in real close to whisper something right into his ear. Whatever Jimin whispered made Jungkook instantly burst into that full-faced, crinkle-eyed laughter, leaning his head right down onto Jimin's shoulder for support because he was laughing so hard. The stadium erupted. I am talking full-blown, deafening, hysterical cheering from thousands of fans who realized they were witnessing pure, unscripted affection in real time. And Jimin wasn't even done yet. Seeing that Jungkook was still catching his breath and taking a drink, Jimin picked up his microphone, turned directly to the crowd in the Texas pit, and started hype man chanting Jungkook's name over the SOUNDCHECK beat, swinging his arm in the air, and encouraging the entire stadium to chant along with him. Within 5 seconds, tens of thousands of American armies were chanting Jungkook's name at the top of their lungs, filling the stadium with an overwhelming wave of love and support. Jungkook looked around at the crowd, then looked back at Jimin, who was standing right beside him with that iconic, beaming crescent moon eye smile, looking so proud and fond. You could literally see the shift in Jungkook's energy, from feeling overheated and tired to being completely revitalized by Jimin's quick thinking and undeniable warmth. Jungkook raised his mic, hit a flawless, soaring high note right over the crowd's chant, and then wrapped his arm around Jimin's shoulders, pulling him into a tight, side-by-side hug while they finished out the SOUNDCHECK track together. If you look at the fan cams that are circulating right now, and trust me, if you go on Twitter, every single angle of this interaction is trending across the United States, you can see just how genuine that moment was. Soundchecks are where the real dynamic shows through. There were no flashy stage pyrotechnics going off, no backup dancers, no carefully calculated light transitions. It was just two best friends who have spent over a decade taking care of each other, showing that exact same devotion on an open stage in Texas. What makes this specific Texas move from Jimin so unbelievably special to the fandom is how natural it is for him. Throughout their entire career, from their rookie days all the way through their recent travel shows like Are You Sure?, Jimin has always been the ultimate caregiver for Jungkook. Whether it is adjusting his clothes, feeding him bites of food during long filming hours, making sure he gets enough rest, or holding his hand when he feels nervous, Jimin's protective nature toward Jungkook is unmatched. And seeing that exact same tenderness play out live on American soil during a chaotic tour, SOUNDCHECK reminded everyone why the JiKook bond is so profoundly cherished by millions of people around the world. The reaction online immediately after soundcheck ended was pure bedlam. Within 10 minutes, hashtags related to Texas soundcheck, JiKook, and Jimin were trending at the very top of US Twitter trends. Fan accounts were posting high-definition video clips of Jimin running across the stage, with captions screaming in all caps about how Jimin is the sweetest human being on the planet. TikTok creators were already making edit after edit set to emotional background tracks, slowing down the micro-expressions. The way Jimin gently patted Jungkook's neck, the way Jungkook rested his head on Jimin's shoulder, and that soft, reassuring look they exchanged before jumping back into the song. US armies who were inside the stadium during soundcheck have been sharing their first-hand accounts, and the consensus is unanimous. The energy in that room was unforgettable. Fans in the pit reported that you could feel the genuine warmth radiating off the stage. One fan wrote online that being in the front row and watching Jimin dropped everything mid-song just to take care of Jungkook was the highlight of their entire year, proving once again that their bond isn't something made for cameras, it is just who they are every single second of the day. Another detail that fans cannot stop talking about is how comfortable they were in that moment. There was no hesitation, no performance stiffness. Jungkook instinctively let Jimin take care of him, tilting his head back slightly so Jimin could reach his neck with the towel, acting so completely relaxed and safe in Jimin's presence. It is those quiet, unspoken moments of trust between them that hit fans directly in the heart every single time. When you look back at their journey over the past few years, moments like this Texas soundcheck hit even deeper. They have grown up together, faced immense global pressure together, accomplished historical milestones side by side, and through all of it, their priority has always remained each other's well-being. Whether they are filming on a boat in Tokyo, exploring nature in Maine, or standing on a massive stadium stage in the middle of Texas, that foundational care never changes. Jimin's action during that soundcheck was more than just handing someone a water bottle or a towel. It was an act of pure, attentive love. It showed his instinct to protect, his quick awareness of his partner's comfort, and his ability to instantly turn a potentially uncomfortable moment into a joyful, high-energy celebration for the fans and for Jungkook. He flipped what could have been a stressful stage hiccup into the single sweetest moment of the tour so far. And let us talk about Jungkook's reaction for a second, because his response was equally heart-melting. The way his eyes lit up, the way he immediately leaned into Jimin's space, and the sheer joy on his face as he joined Jimin in laughing with the crowd. It proved how much that gesture meant to him in that exact moment. You could see all the tension leave his shoulders the second Jimin stepped in. That is the power of their dynamic. They balance each other out perfectly, pulling strength and comfort from one another no matter how huge the venue or how intense the pressure might be. As the soundcheck wrapped up and the boys walked off stage to prepare for the main show, fans inside the stadium were practically vibrating with excitement for the actual concert. If soundcheck was this chaotic, sweet, and emotionally overwhelming, everyone knew the main show was going to be completely off the charts. And true to form, that soundcheck moment set the tone for the entire night, leaving Texas with an unforgettable core memory that will be talked about in the BTS and JiKook fandom for years to come. Moments like these remind us why we love doing what we do here on this channel. Documenting these genuine, unscripted instances of pure connection, joy, and mutual support between Jimin and Jungkook is what brings our community together. It reminds us of the beautiful humanity behind the global stardom, and it gives fans everywhere a reason to smile, melt, and celebrate the incredible bond that these two iconic artists share. Texas gave us pure magic today, and honestly, we are all still trying to recover from the sweetness overload. Jimin proved once again that he has the absolute biggest heart in the industry, and the way he looks out for Jungkook will never, ever get old. I want to hear from every single one of you in the comment section right now. Were you one of the lucky fans in the pit during that wild Texas soundcheck? What was your honest reaction when you saw Jimin sprint across the stage with that ice towel? Which part of that entire interaction made your heart melt the most? Drop your thoughts, your favorite fan cam moments, and all of your JiKook love down below, because you know I read through your comments and love spilling the excitement with you all. If you enjoyed this video and want to stay updated on every single SOUNDCHECK Moment Tour update and deep dive into Park Jimin's incredible journey, make sure to smash that like button, share this video with your fellow ARMY friends. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on all notification bells right here on Jimin Verse. We have so much more tour coverage, analysis, and exciting content coming your way very soon, so stay tuned, stay hydrated just like JK. And I will see you all in the very next video.